What's up, boys and girls? Mpire Steve back with you again, and today is Wednesday the 18th of August. So I'm going to try and make this video super quick, so I might talk a little bit faster today compared to recently, and just want to go over the trades I made today. Let's go ahead and look real fast at the overall market. I'll start with the Dow. You can see pre-market looks just like it normally does. Look like I thought this morning, maybe not the Dow, gapped up a little bit this morning. Actually, no, it didn't. I'm thinking about yesterday. So a little bit of, downward pressure this morning when the market opened. Then you see your typical, dip when the market opens and then rip. Not typical, but you see SPY does something very similar. And so does the Qs. Qs looked a little bit worse. A lot of the tech stocks were looking a little bit bearish this morning. Here's the Russells, very similar. Russells looked a little bit different. Didn't quite had that significant dip here right when the market opened, but other than that, that's that. So let's first talk about what I traded. My first trade of the day was SPY, and I traded SPY calls. And I got into these calls. I got the 440 strike calls at 9.36, and I paid 49 cents for them. So here is 9.36, and if you're looking at the stochastic and the MACD, you can see that we got the curl this morning to a bullish momentum, and I got in. I stuck to my plan. I don't like to trade in the first 5 minutes of the day. Because that's you can get IV crushed and all that good fun stuff if you get into something when the IV is elevated, and then you see that downward pressure, and then you'll get IV crushed. So I got in at 49 cents. That's $49, and then I sold at 9.45. So I sold in this candle. The reason why I sold just because I was up. I think I was up like 20 to 25%. I wasn't really. I could see, I was looking at a couple of the other stocks. I was looking at Apple, and Apple didn't look like, just a lot of the Apple or SPY stocks didn't really look that strong. So I said, screw it, I'm going to get out. As you can see, had I held, I would have made quite a bit more money. But that doesn't matter because I made money. So on that trade, I made $50. It's not great. It's not bad. It's not great. And I was thinking about just stopping there for the day, just ending it, on the green side. I was like, yeah, you know what? So I looked around a little bit, and I'm always watching. I watch several stocks on my other monitor. So my next trade I got into anyway. I ignored the overall market. Was Google, and I got into Google 2760 call that expires this week. All of my trades are, the most recent, the recent expiration. So I got Google at 950. I got into Google, sorry, my phone was buzzing, at 9.56. So that would be around here. So you can see, like, this is 9.57. Actually, let's go to the 5 minute, because this is what I was looking at, was the 5 minute. So at 9.56. So I got into it on this candle, and I could have made money in the first few minutes or whatever, right? So, but you can see stochastic or MACD was wanting to curl. Stochastic was starting to curl to, where the bullish sign would be above this, the green candle or green line above this red line. So I got into it at 9.55, and I paid $550, which would be $550. And I ended up selling it at 10.14, which would be in this candle. And as you can see, had I held it until this candle, I would have made more money, but that doesn't matter. I sold it for, so remember, I paid $550, and I sold it at 10.14 for $750, and that would be a total profit of $200. I actually was up and down maybe like $5. As you can see, let me go to the 1 minute. You can see a little bit better. So here's the 1 minute. So this is I got in at 9.56. So I got in here, and there was a lot of up and down, as you can see, a little bit just consolidation, going sideways, what have you. And then I was watching the cues at the same time. Always watching the cues when I'm playing Google, Amazon, even Apple, because Apple trends with the Nasdaq as well. Tesla, and most of the stocks you guys and girls see me play. So a lot of consolidation, a lot of going sideways. But I was up up $5, down $5, up $5, down $5, and I was just waiting for the breakout. And as you can see, right here is stochastic on here, and then the MACD, and you can see it just starts going up, right? So I sold again at 1014. That would be in this candle right here actually. I basically sold it right near the 200-day moving average on the 1 minute time frame. So I just said screw it, I'm up huge on it, so I'll go ahead and take my profits. So I took my profit, and then I really, after this Google trade, I was really almost done. Like I was like kind of like debating, do I want to be done trading, because I still had quite a bit of money left to trade with. So one stock that I love to watch and love to trade as of recent is Amazon. So I got into Amazon. So if you're looking at the Qs on the 3 minute, so here's Amazon, or not the Qs, and here's Amazon, right? So I could see that the Qs were looking a little bit decent, and also the main reason why I got into Amazon was because I saw a dark pool order come in. It was like a big, like $60 million worth of Amazon, and it was at like 32.27. So dark pools are they're just delayed on the time and sales, but so I just assumed that it was a buy, but it could have actually been a sell, because you can't really tell. It's really hard to tell if it's a buy or a sell. So I just assumed that it was, because the Qs were looking decent, and at the time on the 5 minute, so I got into a $3,300 strike call that expires this week, and I got in at 1033. So I got in this candle, and I thought at the time, you guys and girls need to remember that MACD and stochastic is a lagging indicator. It's not going to always be. There's going to be some up and down, and then once the candle closes, then it's gonna, then it's finished. At that point, it's done, right? So at the time, it looked like we were going to see a stochastic curl, and the MACD, I thought it was going to curl. So, but it didn't. However, I got in at the 1033, like I had previously said. So that's in this candle, and I got in at 505, so that's $505, and I ended up selling it at. I stayed in it for way longer than I wanted to. I could have initially sold it and I could have taken profit and been up like $10, but I was like, man. But I could see that my P&L wasn't like moving up and down. Like I wasn't getting crushed, right? Because the Amazon was already down, and I could see, and I went with the 3300s. And if I show you the 3300s. They have quite a bit of volume, right? So the volume on the 3300s is way higher than all the rest of these, right? So I knew that it was going to be a pretty liquid moving, and it's not quite unusual right now. These are the unusual options, the 3250s and the 3300s, because the volume is higher than the open interest, and the gap is small, so that would be unusual options volume. This isn't, the 3300s is not unusual options volume, because the volume's not higher than the open interest. But anyway, so the fact that there is that much volume, you're not going to get crushed on your premium. So I mean, obviously, if I held them this long, I would be down, right? I bought them at 505. The mid price is 465 basically. Now it's like 470. So I'd be down like $30. So not down huge, right? They're holding their value quite nicely because it was already down so much. So I thought like I said, I thought we were going to curl here, but we did not curl there. So anyway, I stayed in it, and I ended up selling it around 1107. 1107 would be in this candle. I could have sold it here and made literally the same amount of money. So I sold it at 530. Remember, I bought it for 505, so I only made $25. But even still, now I'm officially done for the day. I'm not trading anymore. At that time, it was 11:07, so that was about 30 minutes ago. And I do not like to trade after, I don't like to get into anything again after 11 o'clock, because then you're, this is lunchtime, the volume's dying down. You've heard me say it before if you watch my videos, the volume definitely dies down. And as you can see, these volume candles are much smaller than earlier in the day. So, but later in the day, there might be some more volume coming in. There could be any kind of news coming in. You never know, the Feds, or heck, Biden or Kamala could say something and either force the market down or force the market up. So anyway, that's basically it. And I made a total profit of $280 today, so I'll take that. Actually, after fees, it's like $279, but I'll take $280 any day, as I'm sure any of you would gladly take that much money in a single day of trading. So that's not too bad. I think yesterday I made I can't remember exactly what I made yesterday. It was like 200, maybe 220. So today I took it up another notch. Actually met my goal of 250, which I don't really see lately too much. But I think over the past the past 30 days I've had, or since I started trading on Webull again, I think I started trading on it in July, like late July. I think this would be my 12th, and actually I can look. It tells me here. So yeah, I started trading again on the 27th of July, and I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 green days, and then I've had 4 red days. So my winning percentage is up significantly since I came back to Webull, and the fees are significantly cheaper than they are on Toss. So yeah, overall I'm enjoying it. My mind's in a better place. Trading, like having Friday, I had that loss like I had mentioned yesterday. Friday I had that loss, and it just hasn't been not hasn't, but after that loss I had to go back and rethink, look at my strategy and look at my plan, and doing that actually helped significantly. So I basically was like looking into all of the trades I did on Friday, and noticed, actually I don't think I mentioned this yesterday, on Friday I did not, there was nothing that I bought but nothing that I bought on Friday I should have got into. Nothing looked good. I think I only bought calls earlier in the day, and I made a little bit of loss back late in the day on Friday, buying just one put. I can't remember what it was on, but nothing in the morning that I had traded I should have got into, like looking back at it. And that's a good thing, to go back and look at what you did, and look at what you bought, look at look at when you bought it, look at when you sold it, and then just kind of like researching your even good trades. Just go back and look at your bad trades, go back and look at your good trades, and just make sure that they were good, and that you should have got into that when you did, and got out when you did. Always taking profit's a good thing, so you don't have to go back and look at those, then you'll just be depressed. But definitely go back and look at your losses, and make sure what you did was viable, and that you should have done that. And if you shouldn't have, make sure, because sometimes when you're right and you still lose, right? So and then you just make sure that you try and reorganize your strategy, and try and fix all of those issues, right? So that's basically it for me today. It's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, rip. But just as always, any questions, comments you all have, leave that down below, and I'll try and address that in the next video. And then I hope you guys and girls have a good rest of your day, and we will end it here. So take care, and maybe we'll see you again tomorrow.